Every place has their own folklore and demons to be afraid of, and that is what we are going to be taking a look at today. From stories of the undead, to a lot of creepy looking creatures, to some creatures who look harmless but are waiting to devour your soul, and so much more. What is up, Top 10 fam? Welcome back. I am your host today, Olivia Kosolofski, and today we are heading around the world as we cover the top 10 signs of demons found in different cultures. Starting up this list in our number 10 spot, we have the Jiangshi. Many different cultures have their own versions of the undead, whether that's something like a vampire character or some sort of zombie. In China, the equivalent is the Jiangshi, which is a creature that is often referred to as a kind of hopping vampire. They, like I just mentioned, hop around with their arms outstretched, and they are typically depicted as wearing official garments from the Qing dynasty, which is where this tale originates from. It is said that the Jiangshi can take someone's life with just one touch as they drain the life force out of you. These guys usually are only out hunting at night, as during the day it is said that they reside in a coffin or another dark place such as a cave. It is said that in order to protect themselves from the Jiangshi, some people will place a slab of wood at the bottom of their door so that the creatures can't come inside. In our number 9 spot today we have the Näkki. The Näkki is a demonic jinn that originated in Estonia, Finnish, and Swedish mythology. She sometimes appears as a floating tree trunk, a large black horse, a hound, a silvery fish, a beautiful woman, or an ugly fisherman. With all these shapes and forms, it's no wonder people say that they aren't really sure what she actually looks like. She lives in the water and she waits until some unsuspecting person catches their reflection in the water, and that is when she strikes, pulling them into the waters below. It is said that her favorite place to make her home are under bridges that cross rivers, docks or piers, or in murky pools and wells. The good thing is that there are ways to ward off her evil, and that is by either reciting a magical spell 3 times before entering the water, wearing a charm made of iron, or by keeping a knife near you in the water. I think the last one is probably the least ideal of all of the options, if you have the choice. In our number 8 spot today we have La Ciguapa. This is a creature that originated in the Dominican Republic, and they are said to be a group of small feral women. These creatures inhabit mountainous areas and they wait in the shadows, lurking and waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Their perfect prey is a man who is wandering alone. It is said that these creatures have extremely long hair that covers their small, thin bodies, and they also have dark blue skin and backwards feet. Because of their backwards feet, it makes it hard to keep track of their steps, and these creatures are also nocturnal, so they're always on the hunt under the cover of darkness. Not only do they capture the men in order to take their lives, but it is said if you look one in the eye, you'll be bewitched. Legend says that the only way to defeat one of these creatures is to capture them by tracking them at night, during a full moon, and with a black and white dog with an extra toe. That's a super specific set of instructions, but I guess it's better than just having to take a guess at what might do the trick. In our number 7 spot today we have the Mahaha. The creature of Mahaha comes from Inuit mythology, and they are basically a demon who lurks around waiting to prey on humans. This creature is described as having cold blue skin and long claw-like fingers and stringy hair which shows its white eyes peering through. It is said that the creature always has a grin on its face, and how they attack humans is by tickling them to death. This is why when a person who has died is found with a partial smirk look on their face, Mahaha is immediately thought responsible. This creature walks through and terrorizes the Arctic, and although he doesn't wear a lot of clothes and is always barefoot, the cold doesn't really seem to bother him. Although the Mahaha is very strong, it is said that he is not the smartest and is easily fooled. In our number 6 spot today we have Skogsrå. This creature originated from Swedish folklore and is a creature that appears in the form of a beautiful woman. Well, kind of. From the front she appears to be a normal woman, but from behind she has a hollow back and a tail. She is often seen near the edge of the forest and will begin trying to entice you into following her into the woods. Once she lures you in, she'll trap you by causing a disorienting feeling which will leave you lost. It is said that if this occurs, you will spend the rest of your life trying to find your way out of the woods, but to no avail. In our number 5 spot today we have Baba Yaga. This creature is one of the most famous figures that comes from Slavic folklore. Baba Yaga is a witch who is depicted as an elderly woman, and she lives in a hut deep in the forest. This hut is said to stand on thin stilts, which are referred to as chicken legs. It is said that the Baba Yaga kidnaps children and takes them back to this hut. When they get there, she throws the children on the stove to cook and eat them. In the original mythology, she would transport people from the world of the dead to the world of the living. This tale comes from a time when people who were being buried would be placed in small houses on high stilts, which makes people people believed that the Baba Yaga lived in the sanctuary of the dead. She served as a guardian of ancestral heritage and would conduct a ritual to turn a boy into a warrior. A young boy would be searching for his lost bride when he gets kidnapped by the hag. If the boy is able to pass the tests and avoid death, she will tell them how they can find their missing bride. The tests include heavy physical trials and beatings, and many boys and their mothers were afraid of her. In our number 4 spot today, we have Hanako-san. This is a creature that originated in Japan, with the story coming from the World War II era. Hanako-san is said to be the spirit of a girl who passed away from an airstrike. According to the legends surrounding her, it is said that she can be summoned when you enter the girls' bathroom on the 3rd floor of a building. Once in the bathroom, go to the 3rd stall and knock 3 times and call her name. After this, once you open the stall door, it is said that she will be waiting for you. She appears as a sweet little girl, but don't let this fool you. It is said that she actually is there to grab you and drag you to hell through the toilet. Sometimes once you've completed the ritual, when you open the stall door, instead of Hanako-san, you'll find a 3-headed lizard that will condemn you for invading her privacy and then devour you. So really, it's a lose-lose situation no matter what. In our number 3 spot today, we have Black Anise. This creature comes from Celtic mythology, and it is said to have originated in England. Black Anise is a hag who is said to dwell in a dark, lonely cave that is located in the countryside. She is usually shown as having blue skin and long iron claws. Story goes that her favorite meal is small children, although any human will do, and that her howl can be heard for miles and miles, as well as the sound of her grinding her teeth. It is said that she heads out at night in search of unsuspecting prey, and once she finds them, she eats them and tans their skin before hanging it on her waist. Because of the fear of her, it is said that for a while people were choosing to live in small cottages with small windows so as to make it harder for her to reach inside and snatch them. In our number 2 spot today, we have Bunyip. The Bunyip comes from Australia, and it is like a cross between the Loch Ness Monster and Bigfoot. It is said that the Bunyip prefers to make its home in reedy swamps and lagoons in the interior of Australia, and the indigenous people of the country will warn that anyone who is foolish enough to wander too close to these bodies of water risks being pulled in and gobbled up by the creature. It isn't exactly clear what this creature looks like, and witnesses who claim to have spotted the creature report it looking like a giant seal with fangs, tusks, and the face of a dog, but there are others who say that it actually looks like a horse with flippers. It is said that you can hear the Bunyip when it makes a booming or roaring sound. Whatever this thing looks like, I think it's safe to say that I'll be staying far away. Guess it helps that I'm on the other side of the world, but just in general too. In our number 1 spot today, we have the Tokoloshe. This creature originated in South Africa, and it appears in Zulu mythology. It is said that this creature is quite short, but very frightening. What it lacks in height, it makes up for in a vertical better than Michael Jordan in his prime. Legend has it that this creature likes to jump on people's chests at night while they are sleeping so that it can steal their breath away. Aside from the whole jumping thing, it is said that this creature is also quite fast, and one random fact is that it apparently also loves curdled milk, which is disgusting. So while he's stealing your breath, I guess you just have to sit there smelling his hot milk breath. That's a 0 out of 10 trade-off. There is a way to protect yourself against him, and that is by putting your bed on high bricks. This is because if the bed is raised too high, then this malevolent being won't be able to jump up on your chest to complete its breath-stealing work. Alright guys, that has been our list for today. Thank you so much for checking it out. Let me know down below in the comments if you have heard of any of these demons, and have you ever had an encounter with them? Let us all know. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed the video today, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more. I have been your host today, Olivia Kosolofski, and I'll see you next time. Bye!